Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's brand new halacha 4 units for Friday, February 1st, 26th day of Shvat. Back to our laws about shoes. If a person wants to drop off his shoes for repair in the middle of Chol HaMoed, that's not allowed. Dropping off things for repair in the middle of Chol HaMoed is just not a Yom Tov type of activity. So even if you're dropping them off there for after Yom Tov, and the guy might not even fix them till after Yom Tov, just the act of going over there to drop them off is not appropriate for Chol HaMoed. If you want to polish your shoes, so if you want to polish your shoes on Chol HaMoed, but it's for the Yom Tov that you're polishing them, then there are a bunch of rabbis who are lenient about that and say go ahead and do that. You should just know that there are some rabbis who are strict on that, but there's probably enough of them out there that consider it permissible for you to be able to polish your shoes on Chol HaMoed in preparation for Yom Tov. You can't buy new shoes during the 9 days. Those are the 9 days right before Tisha B'Av. But if what you're going out to buy is shoes for Tisha B'Av, you didn't have a special pair of shoes to wear for Tisha B'Av and you want to go out in the 9 days and buy that, that would be considered okay. Some allow polishing your shoes on Erev Shabbos Chazon. That's the Friday right before the last Shabbos of the 9 days. That's a pretty serious day, and you could get dressed up in Shabbos clothes, generally, according to most rabbis, because it is Shabbos. But polishing your shoes on that Friday afternoon for Shabbos Chazon, so a bunch of rabbis allow it, then there are some who don't. No leather shoes on Tisha B'Av, and that applies across the board: men, women, children, and even children below bar mitzvah. Once they understand that what a Tisha B'Av is and how it would be appropriate to not wear shoes, already you should be training them in. Most of the posts can put that age at about 7 or 8 years old. So from about that age, it would be appropriate to not allow your 7 or 8-year-old and up to don't let them wear regular leather shoes on Tisha B'Av. If you have like a 2-year-old, the only shoes they got and they need their shoes because they're going to be walking outside and they're leather, you don't have to worry about that. That would be allowed. If you want to wear slippers on Yom Kippur, they're not leather and that's wonderful, but they fall off and you want to walk outside with them in a place where there's no Eruv, that's not allowed because they could fall off and you'll end up carrying them on Yom Kippur, which is not allowed. So, the question that a lot of people ask is that the non-leather shoes that you and I wear today in this generation, they're quite comfortable. They're as comfortable as leather shoes. So, do we have to feel guilty at all when wearing our beautifully comfortable shoes on Tisha B'Av or on Yom Kippur? And the answer is no. I mean, that's what we got. We happen to have comfortable shoes. God just wanted us to not wear leather, and we're not wearing leather, and if your non-leather shoes are comfortable, just enjoy them. There are some people who say that if the shoe, those cheap shoes that look like leather shoes, they look like dress shoes, and they just happen to be not leather. So some people don't like to wear those on Tisha B'Av or on Yom Kippur because it just looks like you're wearing regular shoes. So they refrain from that, and they would just walk around in socks or, you don't have to do that, but there are people who are stringent like that. If someone is ill or a mother who has just given birth within the last 30 days, officially they could wear leather shoes because, for their feet to be on the cold floor would be a little harmful to them. But nowadays, now that our non-leather shoes are so comfortable, most people would just tell them, try to wear your Crocs or, whatever it is that you have, and that would be better for Tisha B'Av and or for Yom Kippur. Thanks for logging on, and have a great Shabbos, and log on after Shabbos for more.